Hey, y'all. Welcome back to the Yes We Can podcast. I am so excited for you guys to meet the guest I have here today. I met him here at BioFit down at Adventure Unknown, a gym down here. He has an incredible inspirational story, so we will get started there shortly. But I do want to announce something super exciting. Spas More is sponsoring the Yes We Can podcast moving forward. Spas More is a store that has all sorts of things, anything you need from, I don't even know, all sorts of stuff. So check out their website and go check them out. Okay, we ready? All right.
Ready.
Andrew, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for coming. It's
Absolutely.
fun to run into you at BioFit.
Yeah, absolutely.
How long have you been going?
Probably a little over a year.
Yeah?
No? Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you do a better job explaining. So here at Adventure Unknown, the entrepreneur club that we're hosting this podcast at, has a gym in the back, and it's called BioFit.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew works out there. So can you explain BioFit to people?
Sure. It's like a machine that literally pushes your limits.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much force you're exerting out, the machine will stay at its normal pace, and you're just going hard at it.
Yeah,
And the workout is like 10, 15 minutes.
totally.
So you have a graph, a spectrum of where you're at, and so you just push yourself hard, and then the machine will start to come back, and you have to
Push against the
you have to
resistance.
push against it. You have to resist it.
Yeah.
Of course, you're not going to go anywhere, so it's just going to keep going.
Yeah.
And so I think it forces all your muscles to just go at it.
Yeah.
For 10. That'll just be like 2 minutes. It's like
Yeah.
2 minutes. It feels like 5 minutes.
Totally.
And then, they also have the leg where you can
Yeah.
work on your legs. Same thing.
Yep.
You're exerting so much power. And from what I'm learning from John, we're not giving as much to our body when we're lifting.
Right.
We're putting it down the dumbbell.
Yeah.
And you got to tell yourself, okay, I got to go easy on it.
Right.
But the machine, it just
Does
pushes
it for you. Yeah.
Does it for you. So it's really
Totally.
good.
Yeah.
Sometimes where I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, my shoulder, on my right side,
Yeah.
hurts from. Apparently, maybe I did it wrong.
Oh.
Hasn't really happened to me ever.
Yeah.
So when I worked out with John on Monday,
Yeah.
Wednesday I felt the pain.
Oh my gosh.
On my right side, I couldn't. When I was sleeping, just all that pain right there.
Oh shoot.
I felt
like muscle strain or
just
like you hurt
strain.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was actually kind of freaking out. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the chiropractor
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah.
They popped my neck, but it still didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
So I called up John. I'm like, this never happened. You're like, no, I think you're good. I think you probably just strained it. But yeah,
Little break.
yeah.
Take a little
So
break.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's amazing. So, okay, Andrew, let's talk about why you're here. I would love for you to share your journey.
Absolutely.
You're from St. Louis?
Yes.
Okay.
Originally from Illinois. I just moved.
Okay.
Moved here. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So just kind of start from the beginning. Like, who are you? What is your story?
Yeah. My name is Andrew Murray. I love dancing, b-boying, breaking, breakdancing, all the same thing. It's skateboarding. I've been b-boying since I was 11 years old.
Okay, now what is b-boying?
B-boying is breaking, which
does
is
that mean?
breakdancing, but
Okay.
breakers don't
Break it
say
down. Break it down
breakdancing.
for those of us that don't know.
Breakdancing is more like for those that are on the club and they're just doing power moves,
Okay.
like those big moves.
Yeah.
But breakers are they do footwork
Yeah.
and freezes, power moves, and they combine it together,
Love it.
So like a breakdancer to me is someone that just is a show off.
Okay.
But a breaker is someone that has technicality and
Yeah.
is able to, combine all the four
I love this.
styles and elements of hip hop, which is top rock, footwork,
Yeah.
power moves, and freezes.
Awesome.
So that's why I say b-boy.
I love it.
That's why it's b-boy.
And that's your Instagram handle. In case you want to follow him, what is your Instagram?
B-boy Cyclops because I'm blind on my left eye. So I got that name from my breakdance teacher from Humboldt, California.
Did you live there?
I used to go out there. I would visit family,
No way.
my grandparents and aunts and uncles.
Live there.
They lived in all around California.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had an aunt, my auntie Anna. She lived in Humboldt.
Yeah.
So for 3 months, I'd go out there, and I'd eventually be out there for maybe a month in Humboldt. And then I learned from B-Boy Reckless Rex, my teacher from '09. And then every summer, I just went out there and I just get out and I'd get better. And I also met some other B-Boy crews out there.
Amazing.
But
You
there was,
get better like with your diagnosis we're about to talk about?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. So I lived in Northern California as well. In my 20s, I lived in Los Gatos in the South Bay, but my brother was in Humboldt for a
really?
few years. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Interesting. So we got to hang out a bunch.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, so that's your hobby.
Those are my hobbies. Yeah.
Yep, love it. Are you working right now?
Yeah, I work for a company called Buckled,
Okay.
which I drive kids to school
Oh,
in between working Uber. So
I love that.
yeah, I enjoy it. It's
Good. Yeah.
wake up in the morning. I felt like I needed a schedule because
Yeah.
I was doing Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
I started Uber and Lyft when I was diagnosed with
Yeah.
cancer. I didn't really want to work because I also have to focus on my health. So I don't want to
Of
go,
course.
into a job, work 8 hours. But what if
Totally.
I feel something and I can't go home? So
Right. And the stress of working for somebody else.
yeah.
Not good.
I've always been like that.
So
yeah.
did you go to school and study or do you have a degree?
I never felt like called to college.
Yeah.
There's many ways to make money.
Of course.
You just have to learn a skill.
Yes, we
And
all have
then
different paths and different journeys. Totally.
Yeah, I think I'm wiry. I got ADD. So I'm like,
Join
I
the
don't think
club.
I could just sit there
Yeah.
and listen to someone. For
I get it. No, we were
Yeah.
just saying before the podcast started, I was trying to, get in prep to announce that Spazamore is sponsoring this podcast. And I was asking my producer, Sam, more about Spazamore because they're an amazing company. And I was saying, I have so many tabs in my brain right now. Like, I'm not sure I'll be able to retain all that information.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so that happens, I think, when you have
It
ADHD. And don't we all have a little bit?
It happens. Like I'll say something and I'm like, wait, there's also something else I want to say.
Yeah.
I never get to my
Totally.
to my point.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay, so diagnosis. So can you tell us kind of, I don't know, you start, you lead this. How do you want to start?
Sure. So I was diagnosed with testicular cancer in November of 2022. And before that, my right testicle was big. It was huge. And I didn't tell anybody for the longest time. I think it started to grow maybe April, May of 2021.
And you just noticed?
I just noticed, but at that time, I didn't want to scare myself to look online to see,
Totally.
what's going on. And I'm like, no, I'm okay,
Fine.
whatever. And from leading up from April 2021 all the way to November 2nd
Of 21 or
of
2022?
2022, I was just finding other ways. Like it just got big and I just didn't tell anybody. I just was like ashamed.
Oh my gosh.
Just very ashamed. So it could have been prevented. Like I probably could have, okay, let's go, go in. I didn't.
Well, you were ashamed because it was your private part?
Yeah,
I
it was
get that.
just, I just was ashamed. So for anybody out there, that's just go to the doctor. But
Yes.
I didn't, and it could have been, remove it, and maybe I wouldn't have had, other tumors in my body. So, in November of 2022, it was like the first week. I was out in the club with my friends, dancing, having a good time. Went home that night. I woke up and I just felt like a bump on my neck. And I'm
Like
like,
how
oh,
big
what's
was-
that? It wasn't that big. It was
Yeah.
like maybe half of maybe a golf ball size.
And you
So it was
haven't
just
told
a little-
anybody at this point?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was like a little bump, and I'm like, oh, what is this? Maybe I pulled a muscle, and I took myself to the emergency room.
No,
Waited forever.
What led you to go to the emergency room?
Well, when I had a bump, so that's what led
That
me.
freak you out and you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I should
So I'm
probably.
like, what the heck is this? I'm like, did I pull a muscle?
Was it
Didn't
like a
think-
hard bump? A soft
was a
bump?
hard bump.
Hard bump.
Yeah,
okay.
it was a hard bump.
Okay.
And so they took me I took myself to the ER, and then took forever to do the CT scans.
Did you tell anybody you were going to the ER?
I told my friend.
Okay.
I told my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Now my fiance. Yeah, I told her. I told my dad, and then
But
I
you
was
haven't
just-
told anybody about what's going on down below.
No.
Just that there's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it took forever for them to get the CT scan
Yeah.
in. Then they told me you have testicular cancer and we have to go in for surgery tomorrow.
Wait, time out.
They told me that literally
They
that day.
do the CT scan. You're waiting there.
But it waited for it was forever because I had to go back because they had to get my chest, then my body. So I
because
went
they felt it and they were thinking cancer right away.
well because they saw it and maybe they need to look at my body. So like, well, let's do some CT scans.
Did you tell them about what's going on down below yet at the ER?
No,
You
I
didn't
don't
even
think
tell them about the
But
testicle.
they caught it because they saw it because they got the whole scan. So like, look, yeah, you have testicular cancer.
So they okay. Wait, we have to slow this down. So you go to the ER. Which ER did you go to? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was in Belleville, Illinois.
Okay.
But, I can't remember
It's
the top
fine.
of my head, but yeah.
It's totally fine.
I
Okay,
went
how
there.
old are you at this point?
I was 24,
24.
almost 25.
Okay.
This birthday is in December.
Okay, well, happy
So-
belated birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
So you go to the ER. You're like, I have this thing on my neck. It's hard. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know what it is. They touch it. They're like, let's do some scans. Did they do any blood work?
No, I think it's just wanted to get the scan in to see what's in my body.
Did you do you have cancer in your family?
No,
Okay.
no.
So were you thinking cancer, or were you just
I
like,
didn't know. I probably was just so delusional. I didn't want to believe it maybe at that time.
100% denial?
And
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, then they told me
Like, what's the time period? You're waiting for all these scans. Are you there all day
there all day.
by yourself?
I probably got there at like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
And then I didn't find out probably till like 5.
Were you there by yourself, Andrew?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I had my friends calling me, but I was
yeah.
I
Okay.
was just waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, then once they told me, then I told my dad and everyone, and then
Did they tell you prognosis? Did they tell you type? Or they just were like, they came in the room and they're like, well,
yeah, I don't think they told me the type yet. But they said we need to remove it, so we're gonna get you in
remove
tomorrow.
this or remove this?
Remove my testicle. Yeah.
Okay.
So, that's what they told me, and so then eventually my dad showed up. I had to get a room,
Mm-hmm.
had to wait,
Mm-hmm.
and then that morning, they put me under anesthesia,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, they removed it, and yeah, I just woke up and. Yeah, and that was just kind of like, it was just so crazy how it just happened
So quickly.
so quickly, yeah.
So they didn't send you to Siteman
It was, yes,
Okay.
Siteman Cancer in Belleville.
in Belleville.
That's
okay.
where, yeah.
So you went from the ER and then the next day, so you went home.
After surgery, yeah.
Oh, wait, you went straight to the hospital after the ER. They didn't even let you go home.
So after surgery, well, when I found out, they told me I stayed there and
Okay.
then they put me in a room.
Okay.
That's what, yeah.
That's what you said.
And then
A room at
that
Siteman.
next day, I think that morning or something, they
Okay.
put me under anesthesia. And then that afternoon of that day, the next day, I went home.
Okay, so they removed the testicle.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm sure there's a bunch of testing they have to do.
Yeah.
And what are you thinking as this is happening?
I was like in shock. I was like, man, like I was just,
Were you feeling
Mind-blown.
guilty? Were you like, I should have said something?
yeah, a lot of it was coming up.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this
Yeah,
sucks.
yeah.
Yeah, so that happened.
And then what about this? What about the spot on your neck?
I think then maybe a week later, I went back to the doctors and
Yeah.
they did more scans and they told me, yeah, you have a tumor called lymphoma,
Uh-huh.
teratoma, which I don't know the terms. It's something with teeth.
Okay.
They say something with teeth or
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
That's never good.
Never good.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think maybe it was just a week. Maybe they told me. And my mom, she took me, and the doctor said, you need to do chemo. I'm like, I'm not going to do chemo.
Now, why are you thinking no chemo?
Because no one told me this. No one told me that you should fight. It was just my gut feeling.
Okay.
Like, no, I'm not going to do chemo because you guys are, pressuring me to do chemo, but maybe this could be prevented. At this time, I didn't know as much as I know now.
Of course.
Studying all this, if I can go back, I would say remove this. Why can't you remove the tumor?
And that's the initial.
Yeah.
That was the initial spot.
Yeah.
That you found.
Yeah.
Beyond the testicle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, had you had experience with friends or family that had gone through chemo, or you just were like, I don't, have you always been holistic?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've always been aware of what you put in your body and try not to, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just went off a gut feeling. I don't like authority. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
I could go back to 2020 with the, COVID
Oh, yeah.
vaccine. I didn't fall for that. I didn't like,
Yeah.
no, I'm good. Like,
Right.
I'm not,
Okay.
I've kind of always had that mindset of, no, I'm going to be fine. Like, I don't need that. If I get sick, I get sick. I'll just figure it out.
Right.
So
Body can heal itself.
now the doctors are saying you need to go into chemo,
They're like highly advising this.
highly advising it.
Have they told you have they staged or given you a prognosis?
I think they
at
said
this point?
stage 3. It was stage 3.
Even though it had spread.
Even though it spread. So I also have tumors. They said that I have a tumor in my abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a tumor right here in my lymph node.
Were they there
It was there. It was small.
initially
Yeah,
at
so
the initial scan?
it's
Okay.
this that you could see. Apparently,
Yeah.
there's other tumors in my body, but you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they said if you don't go in, like, or no, they told me this is testicular cancer, so chemo works well with testicular cancer, your kind of cancer. But now that I think of it, if you remove the tumor, why did I need to go in for surgery or go in for chemo?
Well,
you
if there's
removed it?
tumors everywhere.
Yeah, but you can't see them other than this one,
I
right?
know, but if they're in your body,
Yeah.
the chemo would get. The idea is that the chemo would
Yeah.
attack those cancers. I
I get it, but even now, I don't. I mean, it's a long story, I guess, but at that time, I was fighting it, and I'm like, no. They told me you're gonna die within the next, within the end of the year, 6 months.
with or without chemo.
If you don't do chemo, you're gonna
You
die.
don't do chemo. Okay.
And I'm like, no, I don't think I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that's how it's gonna work.
Okay.
In my head, I'm thinking, I mean, I've seen there's people that are sick, that are smoking cigarettes, that maybe have cancer, that they don't know. They're not just gonna fall to the ground, die. They're gonna be killing themselves.
Right.
It's gonna take a long time.
Right.
Could take 5 years, and you're out. I'm not gonna be out from this tumor.
Right.
In 6 months. That's what I'm thinking. Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Right. So what's your girlfriend, now fiance, thinking? What are your parents saying? What are your friends saying?
Well, kind of funny. My friend, best friend Kyle, we kind of have like, we've always had like a funny sense of humor, so we always joke about things all the time. Doesn't matter if it's serious or not.
Yeah.
I think that's just how we. I think that's how we cope in a way.
Yeah.
I guess I'll speak for him. I don't know, but I feel like that's because that's why we connect. Because that's why we always joke around. And it was kind of funny because when the day before I went in for surgery, I called my friend because he wanted to know because he went with me to the ER. Actually, he drove me.
Okay.
I think he drove me. I think and he I call him because after like 6-7 hours, I said, yeah, dude, I have testicular cancer. He's like, yeah, right, dude. Like, what do you really have? I'm
Right.
like, no, I really have testicular cancer. And he goes, nah, dude, because we're always joking around,
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
Busting each other's balls. We're just,
Yeah.
and then
No
my
pun intended.
my dad, yeah. Then my dad, he's like, let me have the phone. And he goes, yes, Andrew has testicular cancer. And he goes, he was so confused. It was a valid question, which was kind of funny. He said, what does that have to do with his neck, though? What does that have to do with testicular cancer?
Valid question.
But it did spread. But so my girlfriend at the time was very, scared and worried.
And she's in
She's in the Philippines.
and she was there then as well.
She was in the Philippines, so I'm
Yes.
just over the phone,
Yeah, yeah.
But so the doctors were telling me that, and
You said no.
I said no. And then I guess I agreed to, okay, by February, if it still is growing, then sure, I'll go into chemo. But let me try to fix it let me try to do some healing before I just jump the gun.
Natural healing.
Yeah, natural healing.
Okay, so give us an example of what natural healing, like what you were thinking or what you did.
Well, I moved back to my mom's, which was really weird because I moved out at 18. Now, I'm 24 at the time. Now I had to go back to my mom's.
We all move back in at some point.
It was weird for me, but Yeah, so there's some protocols, taking SCECT in the morning,
What's that?
which kills cancer cells.
What is it?
SCECT.
SCECT.
Yeah, like it has burdock root in it, which is
Okay.
another for healing, and like 3 or 4 other things
Now,
in the
where
tea.
did you research online? Did you find a different holistic doctor? Like, where did you come up with this?
So I didn't. My mom. I thank my mom because she's like big into healing.
Okay.
She's going through her own healing things,
Is she?
with breast illness, not cancer, but
Not cancer? Okay.
through getting
Mammogram?
like a breast implants and things like
Okay.
that. So illness,
She
like
had
later
got
on,
illness
yeah,
after getting breast implants.
after like 20 years,
Which
from
happens.
that, which happens. So she was already on her healing journey,
Okay.
not with cancer, but
Yeah.
so she just went down. Okay, I support you. You don't have to go in for chemo, and then
Are you an only child, by the way?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I also have I have a stepsister. I call
Okay.
my stepsister. I have
Okay.
3 stepsisters.
Okay.
On my mom's side,
Okay.
my stepdad Troy, and then my stepsister on my dad's side,
Awesome.
my stepmom's daughter.
Got it.
So yeah, 4 stepsisters, but yes, only child.
Technically. From the same
Technically.
2 parents. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So on my dad's side, they weren't on board. They're very scared, and of course my mom was, but she believed like, okay, all right, well, I'll help you. So I had some time to try to do some healing, and so she did
Did
a
you
lot
move
of
in
the
with your
work.
mom and your stepdad, or your dad and your
Just my mom. Yeah, my mom, and my stepdad.
just your mom and your stepdad? How old were you when they got divorced?
I was 6.
Okay.
6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
And went back and forth. But had a good relationship with both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah, so just figuring out what to do.
So she helped
it's-
with
like-
figuring out different.
She bought a lot of things. Infrared sauna, which you just sit down, just a small one. So I had to do that in the morning. Get on the lymphatic drainage
Yeah.
machine, just like out there what John has.
Yeah.
So I had that. Had to get
Shaking,
down,
like, yeah.
shaking the body lymphatics. So I had that. So I had to get there. I had to take my pills.
Which pills?
Like
the
Para
vitamins?
1,
Okay.
parasites,
Okay.
cleaning it out. She's a when I'm being interviewed, I'm on the spot. I can't think of the name.
100% totally happens to me.
She's a colon hydrotherapist.
Okay.
And so I did a lot of those, a lot
Yeah.
of colon therapy, and
Colon therapy is where they wash. your
yep, they
colon
just
out.
clean out your colon and just
Yep.
doing that. It was a schedule. Taking my Para 1s, you had to take your parasite, 1s and 2s, and combine them. And you had to take your SCECT. You got to fast, and then get on the lymphatic, get drainage, and then get in the sauna. All this stuff. Take all these pills. It was probably like I had to take maybe 40 pills twice a day, and it was a lot.
Now, did she follow a doctor or?
She did her own research. She
Okay.
found other doctors that
Okay.
were on board with, yeah, you don't need, chemo. You don't
Okay.
need surgery.
Like MDs?
Yeah, I guess outside doctors
Okay.
that
Holistic
they wouldn't,
practitioners.
yeah, they wouldn't
Got
agree
it.
with. Yeah, and then I just was on that path. So I had to
From
take it.
November,
Of November, December. Yeah, probably for 3 months.
and then you agreed at what date? If there was no change, you said
yeah, there was no change.
that you would do chemo.
Yeah. So yeah, leading up, just did a lot of that,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was still growing.
Okay.
Uh,
Like your neck?
yeah, the neck, the tumor was growing. Yeah, and
What was your mentally? Were you anxious, depressed, scared?
I was depressed, but I think more so. I mean, I love my mom to death, but it was more so I felt like I had no. I know I'm being taken care of, but I want to do things on my own, but I know I can't.
That is
So it's just
one of the hardest things for people to do.
really hard, and I think
Yeah.
going back, I felt like I was being smothered.
Makes
You know?
complete sense.
So I was like, I wasn't really taking care of myself. I was being forced. Not that I don't know. I felt weird, that shift of energy with the mother and taking
Yeah.
care. And I was like, I was on board with healing, but it was more so being smothered. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and I just, it wasn't really good. I was getting depressed.
Well, it's overwhelming having a diagnosis. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming moving back with your mom,
Yeah.
trying to figure this out. And she's, totally. And from her perspective, a mom's perspective, she's doing anything and everything she can
Yeah.
to save your life. So I get it. And that dynamic can be difficult for sure. And on top of that, the stress of, this looming prognosis they've given you,
Yeah.
which you're trying not to believe. You're like, that can't be true.
Right.
So it's a lot. It's a lot of stress. And so I completely understand
Yeah.
feeling overwhelmed and smothered and
Yeah.
just bombarded.
Yeah, it was a lot. So did that for like 3 months, went back. They're like, yeah, it's still growing. And I didn't want to do it. I'm getting pressured by, family,
Dad's side. What's
And
fiance saying at this point?
she's supporting me. She's like, whatever
Okay. Girlfriend. at
she's
this
never, she never really pressured me. She just believed in me. Like, yeah, if,
time. Support.
you know,
Amazing.
yeah, she supported me. Yeah. And so, like, I also had my grandma come down, my grandpa, they were taking care of me.
Aw.
Yeah. So then when I started chemo,
So you finally agreed.
I finally agreed. Got submitted.
Reluctantly. Yeah. Submitted. Okay.
And yeah, it took a lot. It took a toll on my body. Like after doing it for 2 weeks, maybe that was 10 days.
How many rounds? Did you do it every day? What type of chemo?
So there were, I don't know the terms of it. I know there's one term, bleomycin, which just makes you awfully sick, horrible. And that was on a Tuesday. So I would do a Monday with whatever normal chemo they do. And then bleomycin is when you just feel like absolute crap. Just
Through
bad.
the IV?
Yeah,
Okay.
all through the IV.
Or did you have a port?
I think I did end up going to doing a port,
Getting a
but it
port.
was through the arm.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Did they tell you how long you were going to have to do chemo? Did they give you a certain number of rounds? Or were they just like,
I think there was a process, maybe 3 months.
okay.
And yeah, going to chemo, I still was doing all the other stuff.
Yeah. The holistic side.
The holistic
as
side.
well.
But what I thank my mom for doing for me is I had to drink like a gallon of water before I go into chemo. I had to take my para ones, I had to take my SEACT, and I fasted. So, and then I had salt water and some mineral salt in the water. And I'd drink that, and I would just fast while I was
For
in
how long?
chemo, just through the whole time. So I would just be drinking water while I'm in chemo. My mom would be like, you need to drink that water because I have a hard time drinking water. And I just like drinking it. And I noticed that like that they offer you snacks at
And the worst snacks.
in the worst snacks. Here's like chocolate, here's some
Doritos.
Oreos. Yeah.
Anything. I know. I was so appalled. Well, Kyle, because my husband.
Yeah.
We talked about this. Battle for 17 months.
Yeah.
The food. And listen, I love Siteman. I love everybody up there. Everyone was amazing. But I'm a health and wellness coach. Okay. Like I know what we should be putting in our body. Okay.
Yeah.
I could not stand the food that they were offering cancer patients
Yeah.
while they're getting chemo. Like literally chemicals in these foods cause cancer.
Yeah. So you're feeding them and you
Yes.
see these people. I'm probably the youngest one in there.
Right.
But I'm like fasting, I'm seeing this. It's just like, wow.
So you're fasting that day?
I'm always fasting in that. Yeah,
Well,
not eating anything.
When do you get to eat? Or you just didn't-
Afterwards.
Oh,
but,
afterwards.
But
Okay.
afterwards, after chemo, you don't feel like eating.
No, you don't.
So I was like, my mom was trying to get me to eat. I can only eat a little, just a little
Did you
bit.
do like
'cause-
smoothies or anything?
yeah, I think I did some smoothies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
But everything was so bland to me. It was.
because your taste
I couldn't.
buds.
Yeah,
Totally.
I couldn't eat. I remember my neck just feeling a lot of pain. I don't feel pain now.
Good.
But then, like it was smaller. But I'm like, oh, it was the chemo. It was like I doing that for so long.
Yeah.
I would have to go home and lay down. I can't stand up. If I stood up for however long, I had to go back and lay down. Felt so much pain.
Yeah.
And just that whole process. Yeah, doing all that. My mom reached out to a doctor, outside doctor, Dr. Rankin, and he did some other studies on me and
Here in St. Louis?
outside of St. Louis,
Okay.
Missouri, probably like 2 hours out.
Okay.
We drove out there, and we took some, supplements from him, things that would help.
Did you ever do ivermectin? Everyone talks about ivermectin.
I did ivermectin. Yeah,
Okay.
I was on that,
Okay.
which I am a little unsure about that now,
Mm-hmm.
because we're told that ivermectin, this will help, but it's also a pharmaceutical drug, which also is backed by, big pharma. So I was taking that, and I realized that a lot of things that we are taking, or you have to look at like, where is this coming from? So it's, yeah. So I was taking that, but
It's okay. You're at this point, you're like, okay, I've done the holistic bit.
Yeah.
It's still growing. You have a desire to live.
yeah,
You feel you're like, I am going to live,
Yeah.
right? Like, is that your mindset?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I am going to live.
I feel like I would die if I just let someone else take over these doctors.
Do you have any faith? Are you like a spiritual person? Do you believe in God? What's your...
I believe in pre-birth planning. We
Okay.
plan our lives before we were born.
Okay.
So what that means is like, we have these challenges that we're facing. It could be a big challenge with cancer, whatever big thing. And so you have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And we choose, our parents. We have to. It could be through karma. So you're set with these, with your blueprint. And then people would ask, well, why would I choose that? I guess I could just go in a rabbit hole of that, but
Yeah.
my belief is like we're souls, we don't know what it's like to be human eventually because
Right.
you're a soul. So, we're love in the spirit realm,
Okay.
right? So you're going back to Earth to understand, to feel, to be a human, what it feels like to be a human. We don't understand hate, anger, lust, any of that as a spirit. You forget, so you go back and you set these challenges like, okay, from your past life, this, maybe you didn't, you weren't able to accomplish this. So we're going to set you up to this, which sounds crazy. It's like, yeah, but that's like my belief. I don't think like we go to hell
Yeah.
or like anything like that. So,
Now, were you raised this way, or were your parents religious, or did they raise you this way?
more like the spiritual side
Okay.
of things. Didn't really go to church. I have grandparents that are Mormon, and
Okay.
I'd go with them to church and
Okay.
things like that over the
Yeah.
summer.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I fell out of Christianity when I'm like praying, not to diss anything
Nope.
from anybody
This
else. It was
is
just,
your show. You be open and honest
Yeah.
about who you are, and no one takes offense. We all come from different backgrounds and beliefs.
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
I think maybe when I was, I don't know, 12, 13,
Yeah.
I'm like praying for, I don't remember, but something. I was hurt. And I think it's just over time, it's like, well, there's like, this is all me. Sure, if there's a God, I feel like he would help me. He'd come down. Like, if I could have some belief, I would like to see this person come down and help me. But I think like we're human. This is like human experience. I think this like we're like our organs, our brain is like a godly organ, so
Right.
we can move through life through our brains, and our thinking. So yeah, but like that's my belief. I just believe that there's no hell and that like I
Right.
chose this. There's a reason why.
So, back up. Sorry.
You're good.
always have a lot of questions.
You're good. I
so
spitball.
Your grandparents on both sides were Mormon?
On my dad's side, they're Mormon.
Okay.
My mom's side, they're more. They're not. They don't like practice any religion, but they have a faith in God.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they got married. So did they start to raise you Mormon, or they didn't have any religion?
No,
Okay.
my mom, she's
Okay.
Not Mormon or Christian at all. My dad,
Okay.
he kind of grew out of that
Okay.
when my grandma became Mormon. He was probably 17, 18. So he was
Oh.
already like an adult. He already had his
Oh, so
own.
he wasn't raised Mormon.
No, he was.
Got
I
it.
think his mom, my grandma, was Catholic at the time,
Got
and I
it.
think he just didn't. He didn't follow that. But
Okay.
my aunts and uncles, his brothers and sister,
Mm-hmm.
fell. Well, went that path to believe in
Fell down that
Mormon.
path. No, I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is good background information.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did chemo for how long?
Probably, I started maybe late January to
Okay.
maybe to May.
Okay.
Maybe to May.
Okay.
And so as we're doing the chemo, and they're saying, okay, the chemo isn't working, isn't responding to the teratoma, which is the tumor right here. I'm like, what do you mean it's not responding? You said that this works very well,
So your
right?
tumor's not responding.
No,
It's growing or it's staying
it stopped, but it's not shrinking the tumor.
Okay.
Right? I guess it stopped, but it said, yeah, it stopped the other tumors from growing. I'm like, okay. Like, well, we're gonna have to put you in for surgery. I was a little unsure about surgery, and
So that's kind of wild.
yeah,
If you have tumors, I don't know. Like I question that because like they wouldn't even touch Kyle for surgery, because he had tumors everywhere.
were they showing,
No,
or they're just in your
in
body?
his body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they said, "Well, do we want to do surgery on this tumor or what?"
They wanted to remove this tumor,
Okay.
and I was open, and I felt like I was blinded by it until I'm hearing doctors when I'm going. I saw a what is it, NED or nose throat
Your nose
doctor?
and throat ENT.
ENT. I was gonna say DMT. ENT.
All the acronyms. I know.
Yeah. ENT doctor, and they're just telling me the possibilities, what could happen. We might have to cut your vocals, right? They're saying this, and I'm like, what? Like they're telling me all the possibilities of what could
Yeah.
happen, and I'm like, freaking out. I'm like, no, like
Right.
what the
You're
like
not
that
gonna be able to
isn't.
talk
Yeah,
because your vocals they don't grow
yeah,
back like
yeah.
Right.
Like you might have to have a tube. They're telling me this might not happen, but they're telling me this might happen.
Right.
Right. They had to tell you, I guess.
Right.
And it scared me to death. Like I'm not,
Understandably.
I'm not doing that. And yeah, so it was probably April, and we were getting ready for surgery in maybe May, and I think we had a date, and we're getting ready until the doctors say, "Oh, we're gonna reschedule." Okay.
Why?
I don't know. I guess they just told me we were gonna reschedule. They rescheduled after maybe 2 times. They did it twice.
They rescheduled you twice.
Yeah.
Are you still getting chemo at this point?
I think I was done in April.
Okay. Just because you wanted to be done, or they were like, "This is."
It was done, the process. Yeah.
Process. Okay.
Because I think they have like a system where it's
Okay.
okay, we're gonna give you this many doses.
And there was no other chemo option they wanted to try,
No.
or in radiation.
The doctor said, I don't think. Let me take a step back. I did go to another doctor in St. Louis. I
For a
was at
second opinion. Yeah.
Siteman after the chemo,
Yep.
and then that doctor said, no, you shouldn't do chemo. I think we should remove the tumor.
An MD, an
Yeah.
oncologist.
Yeah.
Okay, so I always do stress a second opinion for sure. I've had other cancer survivors on here, and
Yeah.
almost everybody says get a second opinion,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because not all doctors are going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
So okay, so continue.
Yeah. So
Got a second opinion.
got
He
a
said,
second
"Let's
opinion.
do surgery."
Let's do surgery. Saw the NED doctor.
ENT.
NED. I'm just gonna stick it to that.
Say what you want.
Yeah. I saw the doctor, and then they told me what they told me.
Yeah.
And then just getting ready for surgery. I'm terrified. Like
Yeah.
man.
Have you ever had surgery before, other than them taking your testicle off?
No.
Okay.
No. Oh no. Yeah. I had lazy eye surgery maybe when I was like 9. 10.
Okay.
Or not lazy. Lazy eye. Yeah,
Okay.
lazy eye surgery and
Okay.
glaucoma. So
You had glaucoma.
I had glaucoma. Yeah.
When you were 9?
Yeah, because I was blind in my left eye my whole life.
Your whole life?
My whole life, yeah.
Interesting. I thought that was because of the cancer.
No,
Oh
it's
my gosh. Okay.
just my whole life, yeah.
Wow. Add it on.
Yeah.
Another thing.
Another problem.
Right.
No. Yeah, so they probably postponed it like twice. And at this time, I was living at my stepmom's house.
Okay.
It just got too much at my mom's. And
how'd
luckily,
that go? Were you like, Mom, I love you, but I need a break?
yeah.
And she was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, she was kind of upset, but I was getting depressed.
Well, and you have to look out for yourself and have your own boundaries.
Yeah.
Right? Which I have an issue with boundaries, but
yeah,
it's smart. You got to protect.
Yeah, and I'm grateful that my stepmom, offered
Yes.
to like step in and help me.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I moved in with her. I was still taking my protocols, what my mom was giving me, and
right.
you need to come over here, And yeah, so they rescheduled like probably twice, and then my grandma, she was visiting, and we were at the zoo, and
like you were feeling well enough to go to the zoo.
Yeah, I was feeling well enough to go to the zoo, and the Dr. Rankin that I saw through my mom,
Mm-hmm.
he called me up and he said, Andrew, you need to go see this guy. You need to see this guy in Wyoming. And I said, oh, okay. And he's like, yeah, he's helping people shrink tumors. I'm like, oh.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay. This was probably on a Monday or Tuesday.
Okay, so this is a holistic doctor in Wyoming.
Yeah. And not really a doctor. I think he just knows things, I guess. He's like, yeah, let's just try it.
Right.
And so my grandma was already going back to Montana. She lives in Montana, so that's on the way to Wyoming.
Where in Montana?
Lima.
Okay,
It's population probably like 200.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't quote. I'm probably wrong, but very small.
Yeah, no,
Very
I'm familiar.
small.
My late husband was from Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
So you familiar with Lima and all that?
We go back and see his family, and spent lots of time there.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're like, okay, let's go. You want to take a trip? She's already gonna leave to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I drove with her.
Mm-hmm.
I drove her. We took turns driving, and we were gonna meet my grandpa halfway.
Okay.
And so I drove out to Montana,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I saw him, and he was looking. Okay, we're gonna put some DMSO, which is a cream.
Okay.
And the cream like goes into your skin and it helps like break down tumors.
Mm-hmm.
So you just rub the DMSO on your tumor,
Mm-hmm.
do some blue light,
Mm-hmm.
and just the blue light air, doing it on my neck. I was doing that for just started for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
And on the third day, I decided to, I'm like, okay, let me try to walk on my hands.
Walk on your hands.
Backstory. I can walk on my hands. I've been able to walk on my hands since I was like 6 years old,
Okay,
before
super
breakdancing.
fun fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. I can walk on my hands for a long time. I can hold myself up. I have balance. And I guess I forgot this part when I was, after chemo, I couldn't walk on my hands, and it like
Really rattled you.
Yeah, because I know how to do it mentally,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't do it physically.
Mm-hmm.
So it was stressing me out. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And doing the DMSO and blue light for like just 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
I was able to walk on my hands, and I had like proof of it. I was, recording. I was like, oh.
And when he's suggesting these things, are you like Googling, like researching it? Are you just like, okay, I'm gonna try anything?
Mm-hmm. I was just pretty open to it, and
Okay.
yeah. So I was doing that, and I think maybe a week. I had like a week until I had to go into surgery, because I was gonna go.
Yep.
And so yeah, it was that Monday. He called me. I drove there maybe on Thursday, Friday, and that whole week I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go back on Monday. That Monday, so it was about 7-8 days I was there, and I was in a position where, okay, do I stay here or do I go back? And I didn't tell my stepmom.
Like stay in St. Louis or go back to Wyoming?
Yeah, or
Okay.
stay in Wyoming or go back to
Okay,
St. Louis.
got it.
So I actually didn't tell my stepmom or anyone, because I didn't want
tell them
anyone
what?
changing. My mom knew. My grandma knew on my mom's side.
But you didn't tell them what? That you were in Wyoming, or that?
No, I told them, but I didn't tell them what I was doing.
Okay.
Because I didn't want them, this is woohoo. You need to.
This side of the family is the one that's like chemo, radiation, listen to what the doctors say.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So I didn't want to be, because I know I can be pressured and swayed. You know, I feel like if I try to like stand up for myself, then there's going to be like, no, you're wrong. Right. So I feel like I would just give in. So I'm like, I'm not going to tell anyone because I don't want to, you know, lose this opportunity myself.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So I think for a couple days, I finally told my dad, I'm like, I'm in Wyoming, because they're asking me like, when are you coming back? You know, because I said I was visiting my grandparents. Yeah, I'm gonna go see. You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I said, Dad, I'm actually doing some work out here, and yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go. It seems to be working, right? And
like, just because you're feeling better, are you seeing it shrink?
I'm seeing it shrink.
What?
Yeah, it's shrinking.
Okay.
And just a little bit.
How big was it at this point? Do you remember?
It was like not as big. Like I feel like it's fatter, but it was like more skinnier. It was still here.
Yeah.
But in the back you can tell it was like shrinking a bit just from the back, from the air, and we were actually measuring it.
Okay.
So it was just a little bit
but
at a time.
Shrinking.
But it's shrinking. Okay. And I had proof because I was doing a handstand.
Correct.
I wasn't able to do.
And you're measuring.
And I'm measuring it.
Correct.
So, you know, the doctors even, they, because I was through the app, you know, telling them, hey, can we postpone it? You guys postponed it.
Yeah,
you know?
Twice.
And like, yeah, it's working out here. And I got on the phone with the doctor, and they said, yeah, well, I'm glad that is shrinking, but, you know, we got to get you in for surgery. We got you in on Monday. You know, this could be your only window.
Yeah.
You know, you could die at the end of the year. This is August. Or no, this is like June. Okay. This is in June.
Okay.
He said, you can die by the end of the year. Like, this could be, you know, we got to get you in. And now I have to make a decision. Do I go? You know, it's like Sunday. It's like Saturday, Sunday. It's like 2 more days. Like, do I go and, you know, just go back, or should I just keep doing what I'm doing? Mm-hmm. So, you know, now I'm pressured and I have to make a decision for myself.
Yeah.
You know, family is telling me.
Decision.
Yeah. So, you know, and also my stepmom was super, super pissed at me. So she's like blowing up, you know, and love her to death. And I know she's probably over it now, but yeah, she's like, you know, don't come back here and this and that. And so I was like, you know, because I was making this decision. If like, if you stay there, then, you know, I'm going to be pissed and this and that. So I decided to stay. And the gentleman.
Did you postpone the surgery, or were you just like?
I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do surgery.
I'm just like, that's not it. You know, I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
So I was there probably for 2 months.
Okay.
The gentleman, he has an RV in his house. Mm-hmm. He has a house and RV. So I got to stay in his RV, just go right over, just in his property, go there, do my, you know.
Are you paying out of pocket?
No, he's just let me live there.
But I mean, for the treatment.
No, just free. He offers it for free.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, there's other people that are coming in that are older.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, they're doing all this sorts of things, and he's helping. Yeah. Red light, you know, all that. So I was just staying there.
Wow.
And yeah, that's what I was doing, and then it was finally time to go back. Probably, I think I got back on August 1st.
Because the tumor was down, or
yeah, and because I didn't want to just be, you know, there all the time. He's letting me live there, but I didn't want to take, you know, I didn't want to.
But if it's working,
be a nuisance. Yeah, but I got the DMSO and the red light, or the blue light that I bought from him. So I was able to you know, take it and come home. Yeah. Okay. So he's like, here, this is what you're doing here. You can take it and, you know, go back. So great. So I went back, which it's kind of funny because it started out, I lived at my mom's, then I lived at my stepmom's, now I'm back at my mom's, and now I'm living in like the pool house because she already has all the places, you know, the rooms rented out. So I got to live in the pool house. And my fiance, girlfriend at the time, she was coming in on the 24th, 23rd of August.
Of this last year?
Of 2023. 2023. Okay. 2023. That all happened.
Okay. And how did you guys meet, by the way?
We met through Tinder Global.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't even
long
know that
ago.
existed.
She
Okay.
she was in Texas at the time.
Okay.
She's in the Philippines. She lives there, but
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was in Texas.
Okay.
But we didn't really think anything of it. But
Yeah.
we just started talking,
Right.
and it became serious. And
Yeah.
I had cancer. She wanted to be there for me. So.
But you started talking before cancer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved back. I lived in the pool house.
Yep.
And she was coming, like in 28 days, 23 days.
Had you seen her in person?
And then I finally met her in person.
Okay.
And then we were just staying there and, just doing my treatments.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she went with me. I went back to the doctor to go get a scan. And I got a scan, and they told me, yeah, the tumor's growing, and I could feel it in your abdomen. Like if you don't go in for surgery, like you're gonna die within the next year, 2023. And I mean, they say that. Could they be wrong? Could they not be wrong? I don't know.
Right.
But it's 4 years now, and I don't see tumors popping up in my skin, other than the tumor that I know
Is there?
that was already there.
Yeah.
So they even told me like we're gonna remove the tumor in your neck. And then we're going to remove the tumor in your armpit. Then we're going to remove the tumor in your stomach. Like, oh, why do you need to remove in the stomach? It's not showing. This tumor's small.
They just want it to grow.
Yeah, but I'm going to end up like a vegetable.
Okay.
So it's like...
That's what you're thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Okay.
So I never went back for CT scan. Anybody that tells me, I'm like,
You haven't been back for CT scan since?
Nope. Since 2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Have they called you to be like, Andrew, come on in?
They probably gave up because I probably pissed some people off because they all had a team.
Yeah. Right.
So, but, which is pretty crazy because they told me that we're not going to be able to get this in time. But it doesn't matter. If I go back now, they'll have a team ready for me and they'll remove it.
Yeah.
So them telling me that we don't have enough time, we need it, all this pressure, it doesn't matter. They will remove it. Mm-hmm. My opinion of that is they don't, I'm the one that has to deal with the consequences. Mm-hmm. I can't, chemo, when they put you under chemo, you can't sue them for damages. Mm-hmm. If I end up, with a lung, they told me, you'll be fine, you're good. If I die on the table, my family can't sue them. Mm-hmm. They can't, it's covered, you're insured. So I don't like letting someone else control my life and, hey, right. I don't trust them. I wish I would have, if we can remove it in 2022.
You wish you would have?
I would have. If I had the knowledge that I had now,
okay.
I would have been like, no, if you can remove this, you can remove this. I would probably want to gone to another doctor.
Okay.
No chemo, let's just remove it.
Okay. Because
it was small.
Right.
And now it's big.
So has it continued to shrink since you were in Wyoming? Or has it continued to grow? Or is it staying the same?
Oh, when I was in Wyoming? Or
well,
just
I mean,
now?
like, it was working in Wyoming. It was shrinking.
Mm-hmm.
Has it continued to shrink? Are you still doing the therapy, the light
Yeah.
therapy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still doing it. I think it's just a process. I think
Right.
It's just going to take a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's just doing its work.
Is it still shrinking?
I think it is. I think it is. I think it's just there. I think it's protecting itself.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so I tried other things. Like I have a scar.
Yeah.
2 scars here because I tried black salve, which you put on the skin. It takes away skin tags. Mm-hmm. And my outside doctor, Dr. Rankin, he mentioned black salve to me because he showed me pictures. I have pictures of tumors being like falling out. Mm-hmm. It like forms a scar and it starts to pull the tumors out. Mm-hmm. But the tumor's so big that I just put a dot and put, and it starts to scar it. But I don't think that's the way right now to do it,
Yeah.
So I'm just trying other things.
Okay.
I think, it's a miracle that it's not like near my throat.
Right.
I don't have any breathing problems.
Amazing.
No pain.
Awesome.
It's just there.
Yeah, and you're just living your life.
Just living your life. So, I think that if you just let it do its thing, it's eventually gonna shrink. So, every day I'm not perfect. There's sometimes I'll eat some junk food. I'm like, okay, like this is a reminder. It's always a reminder. Mm-hmm. And I get back up and I've tried like raw meat. I'm eating like raw meat.
Because you said you follow a doctor that suggested the raw meat diet.
He's he's not a doctor. He's more so just observing what's
Okay.
going on
Okay.
and what's working for him. And he has books behind it.
Mm-hmm.
This is this author. If you want to know, you think I'm crazy, look at this author.
Right.
Go, do the research. I got it right here.
Totally.
So yeah, I've been on the raw meat diet. There's lots of other ways. I got back on my SCFT because I haven't done that. Of course, the DMSO. I've been on a spiritual journey, doing plant medicine.
Okay.
I started in January of 2024.
Are you working with Charlie? Charlie's Kitchen?
No,
Okay.
who's that?
I'll have to introduce you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. And BioFit, you said how is BioFit helping?
I feel like I need to exercise.
Yep.
I mean, before cancer, I never went to the gym. I was just always fit. It was either skateboarding is leg day,
Yep.
and breakdancing is core and back, everything.
Got
So
it.
I was just always fit, always dancing, skating.
Yep.
And I can dance and skate now, but I think the tumor, it's when I expand my breath, it's like stopping. I run out of breath easier, which it really makes me so mad because I know mentally how to do it and how to dance, but my body is like moves a different way now.
Yeah.
And I hate when people say I'm old. I'm like, you're 40. You're not old.
I know. Some people feel old. Age is
feel
just a
old.
number.
It's just a number, right?
Right.
Me, I'm gonna be 50 just breakdancing.
Right.
But it does stress me out because a lot of I try to push myself to do a backflip because I could do backflips all day, and I've done some backflips, but it's like there's a weight,
Well, there is a weight.
There is a weight, right? And so I do it, and yeah, so I try to push myself and dance as much as I can, and I think with working with Uber and everything, you're sitting in your car,
Right.
so I have to be moving around. I'm not
Right.
moving around like I
Yeah.
used to, but I'm just like, okay, well, maybe in my 30s I'll be, it'll eventually shrink.
Yep.
Back to dancing just full time.
And that's your mindset. It is gonna shrink.
Yeah.
It's gonna go away.
Yeah.
You're gonna continue holistically.
Yeah.
No plans to go back to Siteman
No.
or any okay. And you're feeling okay
Yeah.
mentally, physically, emotionally.
Yeah.
Other than it's having a long distance relationship. And at what
Yeah.
point? And you got engaged.
Yeah.
To her. What's her name?
Annie.
To Annie.
Yeah.
Sweet Annie.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
sweet.
Awesome. So do you have plans to get married, or are you just engaged at this point?
We filed the visa.
Okay.
In September.
Okay.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah.
So it might be sometime this year.
Yeah. And then will you do a wedding and
We're probably gonna elope
yeah. Okay. That's a
and
good
do
idea.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna elope,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go back and see her March 2nd
Okay.
for 30 days.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Will you bring your treatment with you?
Oh, I'll have all my pills, my everything,
but
the
the light and all
DMSO. Yeah, I can bring the light. Yeah,
Okay.
I could just do that.
Is that your plan? Okay.
Yeah. Also fasting. I mean, fasting
I
is a
know.
big one too.
Fasting is a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
sharing your story and being
Absolutely.
vulnerable and open and, opening our eyes to another perspective.
Yeah.
And you're surviving this. You
Yeah.
are. If there's one thing that you could tell the audience, like you want the audience to walk away with,
Yeah.
is there something
Sure.
you would pinpoint or you would say?
Yeah. If you end up going to the doctors and they tell you you have this much to live, they don't actually know how much you have to live. It's fear mongering. They will try to scare you. And I mean, just do what you feel, but just don't be scared. I see it as we can heal ourselves. And doctors, they will only prescribe you with pharmaceutical drugs. All they will prescribe you with is pharmaceutical drugs, radiation, chemo, and that's it. They don't have any
Right.
other background in that. So it's our job to heal ourselves.
Yeah.
So they will scare you. And my advice to you is just, take care of yourself.
Right.
If you do need the surgery, great, go do it. But
Right.
just don't be pushed into the direction of you need to do chemo, you need to do radiation. Work with your body first. Like, how are you actually feeling? Are you still standing? Are you still moving? Are you feeling okay? If you don't feel so good, just start changing your diet, and you got to go and, do some healing
Yeah.
before you make that decision.
Right. A lot of people do believe that food is medicine, and something I preach, I think there is a lot out of our control, but there are some things that are in our control, and we can control what we put in our body and what we expose ourselves to.
Yeah.
So, wow, I just thank you again so much for sharing your story. And you do have a GoFundMe page on your Instagram, and what's that for?
I don't like asking for money because I like doing things my own way. But if anybody would like to put money out there, support, that's great. I only did it because maybe I'm more an independent myself that I'm just gonna go do it. Like, I'll go make money, find a way to make money. But it would help. I mean, in any way. With flight tickets to see my fiance, maybe for a wedding. That will help, anything like that. So it's just, it would be there for us. So
just to support your life while you're living with cancer.
Yeah, and just with other, what if I want to do some plant medicine and go,
and it costs.
And it costs. So it would help out to totally do that and be able to have that in because my whole life it's just, for everybody should be health, but I have to focus on
100%,
getting better.
Right.
Because, I'm 28, maybe when I'm 30, it'll start shrinking, get smaller, and I'll feel better.
Yeah.
So that's the long-term goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you, Kira. I
really
appreciate you.
it. Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of the Yes We Can podcast. Again, we'll post Andrew's Instagram, all his information. If you guys want to get a hold of him, have questions, maybe suggestions, or, even just empathy, or maybe someone's going through the same thing you're going through and wants to talk to someone else. So please like, subscribe, comment, send us messages. We love it all and appreciate you watching. Have a good week, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
What if you could start your day feeling loose, relaxed, and ready? Deep hydrotherapy right in your backyard. Relax with your family or friends, or work out with our Michael Phelps Edition Swim Spas. Worried about maintenance? We have factory-trained service nearby whenever you need it. Plus, we're here for you long-term if you have any questions or need to refill supplies. You can even test spas at our showrooms. Spas and More, A+ rated, locally owned for 20 years. We put the in spa. What if you could start your